Alright everyone, welcome back to Toko's Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about the Sigma f1.4 art lens. This is a full frame E-mount lens made by Sigma for the E-mount camera, and we're going to be testing it out on the Sony a6400 body, and we're going to see how this stacks up to the other Sony lens and also Sigma lens that are out there. So check it out. So some of you are wondering why the Sigma f1.4 art lens is so popular. Well, for the past few months, I had my experience taking this around with me everywhere I went. I mean, if I went out to the restaurant, I took it. If I went hiking, I took it. If I went to a sport event or, hanging out with my friends at night, I took it. Went to a different function, I took it. So this is my experience as far as one, build quality and design, two, ease of use, 3, autofocus performance, 4, sharpness, 5, bokeh, 6, chromatic aberration, and 7, vignetting, and 8, minimum focus distance. The list goes on and on about this lens, and so far I am not disappointed. This is one of the best lenses out there that I have ever used, and it's pretty much well built. So you guys check this out, and hopefully we'll cover everything. If not, go ahead and drop me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. So here's some random pictures that I took with the Sigma f1.4 art lens. This shot was at the ocean, and it was maxed out at f1.4. The ISO setting was about 600, and the picture turned it out to be pretty good. I was happy with the results. So just before we continue on, I just want to point this out. If you have a full frame, a mirrorless camera, you have a switch that you can go from full frame to APS-C mode. And what that means, that you will get 2 different focal length when using the full frame mirrorless camera. One will be 35 millimeter at full frame, and the second, when you switch it, it'll be at 52.5 millimeter at crop mode. This also gives you that experience and that saying that you all know, the nifty 50 experience as well. So using a 35 millimeter full frame lens, like the Sigma f1.4 art lens, on a crop sensor, a mirrorless body, what's going to happen, that 35 millimeter is going to turn into a nifty 50 experience because of the magnification focal length on the crop sensor on the mirrorless camera. As you guys all know and see, that this lens is very well built. The body, both in the outside and inside, is built with TSC material, and that stands for thermally stable composite material. Basically, that means you can use this in a wide temperature, ranging from icy Arctic trips to the desert of the Sahara. I mean, this lens will not disappoint you at all. I've also tested this when I went to Salt Lake City during winter time, and it was very cold. I did test out the autofocus performance, and believe it or not, it didn't disappoint me at all. Everything worked it fine in the cold. So this is truly a all-rounder lens because of its built quality and its components inside. So this is my experience of the ease of use using the Sony a6400 body and the extension battery pack with the Sigma f1.4 art lens. At times it felt very heavy because of the lens. It kind of felt like a DSLR. And keep in mind, this lens is well built and very good components. And the ease of use, it's okay, but if you're going to be carrying it for a long time, just keep in mind this does weigh 665 grams. So that's just just to keep in mind with that combination. If you're traveling, you might want to have a tripod with you too. So on this part, as you can see, I really wanted to focus on the autofocus performance of the Sigma f1.4 art lens. And as you guys know, um, the Sigma art lenses are now sporting a native Sony E mount. The eye autofocus and continuous autofocus performance will not, and I'm going to repeat that, will not disappoint you. And one of the reasons why I say that, because as you can see on this video, I did test out the close-up shots and also the distance shots. I was also taking pictures of branches that was moving while the wind was blowing, and the autofocus was just amazing. So good job for Sigma for doing that. And you know, having the right body, especially the Sony A6400, is just mind-blowing, because the autofocus of how that lens will work with the body is just mind-blowing. It's very accurate and fast. So here's the part where it gets very interesting. As you guys all know, according to sharpness and like very faster lenses, they do suffer from lack of sharpness when they go wider than f2. But for some reason, the Sigma 35mm E-mount lens really outperform other lenses in terms of sharpness, even at f1.4. Compared to the Sony's and also the other Sigma lens, the Sigma f1.4 art lens for the E-mount body outperformed pretty much some of the other lenses in sharper images and also in videos. So here's the bokeh at night with lower f-stop. And then when I maxed it out to f1.4, and I had the ISO on auto, this was the result of the picture, which is pretty good. So this will be the bokeh on the daytime shots that I took. So check it out. So a question is asked, what is a chromatic aberration? Well, This is also known as color fringing or purple fringing. This is a common problem throughout all lenses, even the high-end lenses, when the lens fails to focus all colors to the same point. Now, during my testing of the Sigma f1.4 art lens at f1.4 and f2.8 and sometime f2.5, I would find myself with this chromatic aberration issue. Now, this is a pro tip. Those of you that want to go around this and solve this problem, you just have to mess around with your f-stop and also your ISO to accommodate the brightness and the color, so you can fix that issue. That's one way that I found out how to go around it to fix that problem when I want to get that perfect picture. Vignetting. How does the Sigma f1.4 art lens stack up against this issue? Well, vignetting is just a reduction of an image brightness or saturation towards the center. This is commonly found on fast lenses, but with the Sigma, you wouldn't have that much problem of vignetting with the Sigma f1.4 art lens. So what's the minimum focus distance? Well, as you guys can see in this picture, it speaks for itself. Around 11.81 or 30 centimeters. I believe that I even got more closer than just 30 centimeters, as you can see in this picture, because it was tack sharp. I was totally amazed. So my overall review of the Sigma f1.4 art lens is just mind-blowing. It's an amazing all-rounder lens, and as you can see, it's well built inside and outside. It can be used in all weather, snow, the desert, you know, wherever you're going, the island, wherever there's humidity, it'll work. It's a great lens. It's amazing. And, you know, if you guys like stuff like this, please comment down below. If you guys have any questions or things that you want me to review, please let me know. I'll definitely do that for you guys. And, you know, hit that like button if you guys like stuff like this. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And like always, thank you again for watching Toko's reviews. And Ofato. Peace.
I'm in the club hiding. Bang, bang, go, go. Baby, 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 pop, pop, go. Baby, baby, baby. Your mama gave it to you. Baby, 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 girl, let it show. I'm in the club hiding. Bang, go, 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 go. Baby, 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 pop, pop, go. Baby, baby, your mama gave it to you. Baby, 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 girl, let it show. Nobody know what we say in the club. Hey, baby, white folks, gangsters in the club. Hey, baby, stunning with a stack of them doors. Hey, baby, riding in the lap with a move. Hey, baby, I'm in the club hiding. Hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, I'm in the club hiding. Hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby. Baby,